Hey guys, welcome back. I just want to do a final video on my solar install. It went quite well. Took a while, a couple months to get everything together and installed. It had a couple of smaller panels, 80 watts, and I did a video on that. You can watch that if you want. But this is just the final video of the final product with my 1500 watt Go Power inverter. I only went with 1500 watt because probably the biggest thing that I'm going to hook up to it will be a coffee pot. Everything else, like my laptop, will be 30 watts, your phone and all that stuff. So I've got two 100 watt amp hour batteries and the one 200 watt renogy solar panel. And it's expandable, so if I find we run out of power, then I can add two 100 watt solar panels. Okay, I'll just get to showing you what I installed, and if you have any questions, you want any more information of the components I used, all that kind of thing, shoot me a comment and I'll do my best to answer the questions. It's the first system I've really installed, so I've learned a little bit by going through this process. Lots of information on the internet, so it really wasn't that hard, but I'll show you what I've done. Actually, one other thing before I show you the install, it was really, where do you put it in a camper? There's just really no room for much of anything because you don't want to take up all your storage with these components. So that was probably my biggest challenge, is where do I put all the components inside the unit. The batteries went where the existing batteries went, so no issue there. The controller, I wanted to put in a spot where it had good ventilation, wasn't going to overheat. So that was really one of the challenges. And then the inverter, it was difficult because it's so big and you can only mount it certain ways. I'll show you how everything went together, and hopefully it helps you if you're looking to do the same on your camper. And my camper is a Bigfoot 2008 15C 9.5 1500 series for a short box truck. Okay, here's the Go Power display. That looks pretty good. It's kind of small because my old eyes are getting a little hard to see, but that was just like a telephone cable down to the charge controller, which I put down here, and a little hard to see. I'll take it off this cable. So some lights tell you that it's charging right now. I put the fuse here and I went with resettable fuses. This one's a 30 amp. So if it pops for whatever reason, I can just reset it. And here's the two lithium batteries. Really hard to see, sorry about that. One here and then the other one's back here. They fit in there nicely. There's another, that's the 200 amp breaker. Again, I went with a breaker versus a fuse because if it trips, I can just reset it and keep on going. See if I can figure out why it tripped in the first place. And here's another one from the solar panels. It's a 20 amp. Again, resettable breaker. And check my wire size. I used some booster cables actually for my inverter, which it was hard to find a place for that. So I put it up above the bed. Here's a netting I use for a little bit of storage and also the keep the dogs from jumping up there. So I put it up around the corner here, and that's where the TV went. We don't need a TV, we just use a computer or iPad if we want to watch TV or something. So this was kind of a good spot. It was close to the batteries. I run the cables down behind the fridge, and it seemed to be the best spot for ventilation. And I looked at different ways to mount it. There's certain ways they don't want you to mount it. So this is what I ended up putting it. And these are the vents. Keep the back clear, keep the top clear here, and we should be fine. So that was kind of where I ended up putting this guy. And then I can just run an extension cable from here to my laptop, either in bed or at the kitchen table. I can just run it down and sit at the table and have the cord run down. And then I'll just quickly show you the roof. I do have a video on the solar panel install, so you can watch that one. But so there's where the panel is installed. I had a bunch of smaller panels, so I removed those, put the one 200-watt panel in, ran it through the fridge vent, same way the other ones were done. And I got room on either side of the escape hatch there to put a 100-watt panel on each side, so that'd give me a total of 400 watts. Camper, the Bigfoot 15C 9.5, which is for the short box truck. I've got a bunch of videos already on the camper and the different things I've done to it. So so this is the camper. Again, hope you found this entertaining or helpful if you want to do a system. But again, that's where I found the best location for the charge controller was. It's should be cooler there near the floor. It's out of the way. I can still see the lights. I do have the display up there, is able to fish up through the closet and by the furnace there. And the batteries went into the same location as the original batteries. So everything tucked into there, so that worked nice. And then the pure sine 1500-watt inverter up here. And that's where it is. So good ventilation, kind of out of the way. Good access to the socket there to plug it in. Again, hope you found it helpful, and click and subscribe if you did, and hopefully see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.